Beautiful people, you are enough. And I want you to know that. So today's lesson that we're going to be talking about today is if anyone is aware of the infamous Tai Lopez, I want to say that for me personally, whenever I saw his 67 steps about, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, I took the time to like capitalize on it and use it. So for me personally, done wonders, man. Like that was like almost like the catalyst that, I needed to like get out of the rut that I was in. So I give you a little bit of background. So I was working at a company for, when I first graduated college, and it's just kind of like this mundane thing that I kept doing over and over and over. And then I just started losing interest in life. Like all I would do was just work like 20 hours a day. I would just eat, sleep, maybe like do some recreational stuff. And that was all I did. And just sit on my phone and play a game just because I was just so fed up, right? So then then I came across Tai Lopez's video. So I'm gonna do it's just a joke. So here in my garage, and
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
I was like, I wonder what this is about. And I watched it to the very end, and I was like, oh man, $67. I was like, man, that's nothing, man. That's nothing. So ever since then, man, like changed my life. Like no BS. And so one of the main lessons that I want to drop on you guys, and you're more than welcome to go check out, the 67 steps. It's been around for a while. I'm just only sharing you the things that I used along my journey to get me going. So he recommended a couple of different books, such as like Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that was the second thing I was like, oh, and that got me going. And so then he read this quote from Charlie Munger. It was like, to get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. I'm gonna say this one more time. To get what you want, you have to deserve it. And I'm like, whoa. So if I want to have like financial independence, nice cars, nice houses, you mean to tell me I have to put in the work and deserve it? It's not just, oh, you gotta do this and follow the plan, and you'll have it. No, you have to actually deserve it. So that means if you're making smart decisions with your life, such as you're not sitting around, lounging around and just wasting time. I mean, think about all the hours in the day that you have, right? And what are you really using that time for? Are you watching TV? Are you watching Netflix? Or are you watching YouTube? Because again, this is the same concept, right? Again, this channel is just to help you guys get going, and at the same time, just sharing the journey that I'm on, right? So the deserve factor is basically what stood out the most during that lesson. That first lesson was you gotta deserve it. Like you really, really have to deserve it. And again, this is something that you can do, in a cycle. You can go through the 67 steps in 67 days or earlier, depending on your level of like engagement and enthusiasm, or just your willingness to go beyond just doing one lesson a day. But it's kind of recommended to do one lesson a day, and then process it, and then okay, how can I apply this now, right? So that's the whole purpose of doing that. And then you write it down too, so that you can reflect it and you keep it in this book. So that's something I would recommend, is the 67 step program. Honestly, I've done it. I still have it. I still go through it. I have notes about it, wrote it down on this, piece of paper. I'm gonna leave many links in the description, but I'm gonna leave a link in the description for the 67 step program. Again, it's something to kind of help you shift your mindset, right? And also just get you in the right frame to maybe if you're stuck in a rut or you don't know what what to do, you don't want to take this expensive course that's maybe $3,000 or something like that. I mean, this is something just to help you get going, right? So until next time.